at what point do you realize, must have been early, but music? Because music is, it's so interesting. If anyone's listening to this interview and they're thinking, I've heard of Reggie Watts, but I don't know his whole thing, of course. And you're well known as band leader for Corden for all those years and Comedy Bang Bang. But it's my highest compliment I can pay to you is that you are impossible to categorize, because it's like, he's a musician. Yeah. Well, he's a band leader. Well, but he's a comedian. Yeah, but he's also an artist, but he's also a but he's also a prankster. It's like, which I think is great. It's like you refuse to be categorized. But music must have come to you very early, I would think.
I think music is the secret weapon. I think for me growing up, I loved music. My parents loved music. They listened to it. My dad was a huge jazz head. And my mom and he shared their love of jazz, but also specifically more funk, like James Brown and things of that nature. And my mom loved folk music, Nana Mouskouri and those types of Edith Piaf and those types of singers, Julio Iglesias. And so I was around so much music. Ray Charles was someone I gravitated to as a kid. I loved watching the way that he moved when he played piano. And then, for some weird reason, Elvis Presley, I was my first record was an Elvis Presley record. I was impressed with the press, but he was, that's trademarked. You will have to meep that.
No one's ever said that about Elvis Presley. No one's ever. And everything's been said about him.
I know, totally.
And no one's ever said, I'm impressed with the press. I feel fondly for the Lee. Lee? Press Lee. What? Lee for the Lee. Fondly for the Lee. What the fuck?
I told you. What did you...
No, I mean... But discovering music, my parents saw me on my, I would be bedside pretending to be Ray Charles. I was a mimic as far back as I can remember. And they saw me doing that and they got me this toy piano and I was playing on the toy piano a lot. And then as soon as we moved to Montana, I think at age 5.5 or something like that, I went into classical piano training and took to it pretty well. And I loved, but I was also social. So for me, it was I get to be with all these kids and I'll learn music, but what about all these kids? The music was fascinating. But really, I think that's what creates that adaptability. Because for me, the one thing I always tell all my artist friends where they're like, I'm doing this one thing, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking about maybe doing painting. I'm like, those are just extensions of yourself. It's if you imagine yourself as a person sitting on a floor and you're surrounded by all these different medium tools. You can rotate to any position and pick one. It's the core is always the same. You're the creator. Pick different tools, but you've got the most important part, which is I have an idea of something I want to do. And so for me, I think music enabled that because I would be on the playground. It would save me if, people would be they'd be hostile towards me and I would start singing Olivia Newton-John or something. Let's get physical. And they'd be like, oh, that's a good song.
I tried that and I was, again, savagely beaten.
Were you?
Yeah.
Let's pick the right song.
Let's get physical.
Okay.
I know how to stop these hooligans.
Sure thing, O'Brien.
Yeah.
How about this for physical?
Yeah. Hey, O'Brien, we're going to beat the shit out of you. No, I don't think so, sir. For I'm about to sing a classic tune by Olivia Newton-John. What the fuck? Oh, you'll see. Let's get physical. Oh my God. When I awoke in the ICU, there's not one unbroken bone in his body.
True, though. True.
That bully was Olivia Newton-John, too.
I was just imagining the bullies.
What was she doing at the playground?
Just imagining the bullies going is that all of them? It's oh, no. I think this for this pinky. It's okay,
yeah, there's
now
one
we're
more.
done. Get out of here. Masterpiece.
Yeah. These are bullies that really took their job seriously, and if they found out later on that there was an unbroken pinky, they were you got to respect your craft.
It's a warranty.
Did the teachers just watch this happen too? Or are they joining in?
Oh, they would sell seats.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
O'Brien, left uppercut. O'Brien, watch out.
There's another beating of O'Brien. Everyone to the north side of the parking lot.
Roger that. We're suspending all lessons for the day.
The SAT has been canceled. The PSAT has been canceled. No one's going to college. Goodyear blimp passes. It's already got like messaging about me. The Conan beating. You know what else can take a beating? A Goodyear tire.
I know, totally.